particularly when combined with topical treatments and possibly birth control pills. Lifestyle factors significantly impact hormonal acne. Stress increases cortisol production, which increases androgen activity and sebum production. Implementing stress reduction techniques like meditation, yoga, regular exercise, and adequate sleep improves hormonal balance and acne. Regular aerobic exercise appears particularly beneficial for hormonal regulation. Diet influences hormonal acne through multiple mechanisms. High glycemic foods spike blood sugar and insulin, stimulating sebaceous gland activity and androgen production. Reducing refined carbohydrates and sugar while increasing complex carbohydrates, fiber, and whole foods helps regulate blood sugar and improve acne. Some research suggests dairy products, particularly skim milk, may trigger acne through hormonal pathways. Reducing dairy or switching to hormone-free milk might help if dairy appears to worsen your acne. Insulin resistance, common in women with PCOS, worsens hormonal acne. Reducing refined carbohydrates and sugar, eating regular meals with balanced macronutrients, and maintaining healthy body weight improves insulin sensitivity and can significantly reduce acne. Adding inositol supplementation may help with insulin resistance in some women. Discuss this with your healthcare provider. When to consider professional treatment for hormonal acne. If your acne is severe, widespread, or causes significant psychological distress, see a dermatologist and gynecologist together. If topical treatments haven't adequately controlled your acne after 3 months of consistent use, discuss systemic treatment options. If you suspect hormonal imbalances, irregular periods, excessive hair growth, fertility issues, see both specialists. Guide 8. Natural and evidence-based home remedies for mild to moderate acne. While prescription and over-the-counter acne treatments are scientifically validated and highly effective, several natural ingredients have research supporting their acne-fighting properties. These natural remedies can supplement professional treatments or be used alone for mild acne. Understanding which natural ingredients are evidence-based versus marketing hype is crucial. Tea tree oil is one of the most researched natural acne remedies. Multiple studies demonstrate its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Tea tree oil kills acne-causing bacteria and reduces inflammation associated with pimples. However, undiluted tea tree oil is irritating and can cause contact dermatitis, redness, and dryness. Always dilute tea tree oil with a carrier oil like coconut oil, jojoba oil, or argan oil before applying to skin. A typical dilution is 5 to 10% tea tree oil mixed with carrier oil. Apply this diluted mixture as a spot treatment to individual pimples using a cotton swab. Don't apply to your entire face, as this may be overly drying. Aloe vera has well-documented anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Pure aloe vera gel, applied directly from the leaf or as a pure gel product, soothes inflamed acne, reduces redness, and promotes healing. Aloe vera doesn't have the side effects associated with many acne treatments. It won't dry your skin excessively or cause irritation. Apply pure aloe vera gel as a spot treatment or all over your face as a lightweight moisturizer. Most people tolerate aloe vera well, though some experience mild irritation. If you're allergic to plants in the Liliaceae family, lilies, onions, garlic, you might react to aloe. Honey, particularly raw and manuka honey, has antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and healing properties. Raw honey contains enzymes and compounds that fight bacteria and reduce inflammation. It's gentle and suitable even for sensitive skin. Apply raw honey as an occasional face mask. Mix a small amount with water to create a spreadable consistency. Apply to clean skin for 10 to 15 minutes, then rinse with lukewarm water. You can do this 1 to 2 times weekly. Some people apply honey directly to pimples as a spot treatment. Honey is gentle, affordable, and many people find it effective for mild acne. Green tea contains powerful antioxidants called catechins that have antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and sebum-reducing properties. Studies demonstrate that topical green tea application reduces acne severity. Brew strong green tea, allow it to cool completely, and use it as a rinse after cleansing, as a toner, or apply it to your face with a cotton pad. Alternatively, use a face mask or moisturizer containing green tea extract. Many commercial skincare products now include green tea for its antioxidant benefits. Most people tolerate green tea topically well, though those with sensitive skin might experience mild dryness. Zinc supplements taken orally may reduce acne severity, particularly in people who are zinc deficient. Zinc plays roles in immune function, wound healing, and anti-inflammatory processes. Studies show mixed results, but some demonstrate zinc supplementation improves acne, particularly in conjunction with other treatments. Typical zinc supplementation for acne is 25 to 50 mg daily. However, excessive zinc supplementation can cause nausea and copper deficiency, so don't exceed recommended doses without medical guidance. Consult your doctor before starting zinc supplements, particularly if you take other medications. Niacinamide, vitamin B3, is a natural compound with antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and sebum-regulating properties. While available in supplements, topical niacinamide is more relevant for acne. Many skincare products now include 4 to 5% niacinamide. Studies demonstrate that niacinamide reduces sebum production and acne lesions with minimal irritation. It's suitable even for very sensitive skin and works well alongside other treatments. Azelaic acid, a naturally occurring compound found in grains like barley and rye, has proven antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. It's more commonly available as a prescription medication, Azelaic, Phenacea, or in over-the-counter products, but azelaic acid is naturally derived. It's particularly effective for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and rosacea-related acne. Dietary changes based on research can improve acne. Eating antioxidant-rich foods like berries, dark chocolate, and colorful vegetables reduces inflammation throughout your body, including your skin. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, walnuts, and ground flax seeds have anti-inflammatory effects and may reduce acne. Increasing fiber intake through whole grains and vegetables improves digestion and may improve skin. Reducing sugar and refined carbohydrates reduces blood sugar spikes that worsen acne. Hydration deserves special mention. Drinking adequate water, about 8 to 10 glasses daily, maintains skin hydration from within, supports detoxification, and promotes overall skin health. While water alone won't cure acne, adequate hydration is fundamental to clear skin. Sleep is profoundly important. During sleep, your body releases growth hormone and reduces cortisol, supporting skin repair and reducing inflammation. Poor sleep increases cortisol, promotes inflammation, and worsens acne. Consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep significantly improves skin health and acne. Stress reduction through meditation, yoga, deep breathing, or regular exercise reduces cortisol and inflammation, directly improving acne. Chronic stress is a well-documented acne trigger. Even 10 to 15 minutes of daily meditation or yoga can measurably improve skin. Important limitations of natural remedies. Most natural remedies are suitable for mild acne only. If you have moderate to severe acne, particularly cystic acne, natural remedies are insufficient and you require professional treatment. Natural remedies work best alongside professional treatments, not as replacements. Natural doesn't automatically mean safe or effective. Many natural substances are irritating or ineffective for acne. Finally, natural remedies require consistent use for 4 to 8 weeks to demonstrate effectiveness. Don't expect immediate results. Guide 9. Spot Treatment Mastery, Targeted Acne Lesion Treatment and Prevention. Spot treatments allow you to apply potent acne-fighting ingredients directly to individual pimples, minimizing exposure to surrounding healthy skin. Mastering spot treatment techniques accelerates healing and prevents scars. Understanding when and how to use different spot treatments is essential for optimal results. Timing is everything with spot treatments. The most effective time to treat a pimple is at the earliest sign of its formation. Many people feel a small bump developing under their skin 1 to 2 days before it becomes visible. Applying spot treatment immediately when you feel this early bump can prevent it from fully developing. If you notice a pimple just starting to form, small, red, not yet inflamed, beginning treatment immediately can prevent significant inflammation and reduce healing time by days. Different pimple types require different treatments. For small whiteheads or pimples with visible centers, spot treatments with salicylic acid effectively flatten the pimple and accelerate healing. Apply a salicylic acid spot treatment directly to the whitehead using a clean cotton swab or applicator. For closed comedones or small flesh-colored bumps, salicylic acid is also most effective. For inflammatory red pimples without visible centers, benzoyl peroxide is more effective than salicylic acid. For large, painful, deep cystic acne, neither topical spot treatment alone is sufficient. These require professional dermatologist intervention. Intralesional steroid injections are highly effective for cystic acne. Preparation is important. Before applying any spot treatment, cleanse the area thoroughly to remove makeup, dirt, and oil. Pat the area dry completely. Applying spot treatments to damp skin reduces effectiveness and increases irritation. Wait a full 2 to 3 minutes after cleansing to ensure complete dryness. When applying spot treatment, use a clean applicator. Never apply with your finger as this spreads bacteria. Cotton swabs, disposable applicators, or sterile tools are appropriate. Apply a small amount directly to the pimple, covering just the lesion itself and a tiny bit of surrounding skin. Using too much spot treatment wastes product and irritates surrounding healthy skin. Spot treatment frequency depends on the product and your skin's tolerance. Salicylic acid spot treatments can typically be used twice daily, morning and evening, if your skin tolerates it. Benzoyl peroxide spot treatments should typically be used once daily initially, preferably at night, then increase to twice daily if your skin adapts well. Some very potent spot treatments are meant to be used only once or twice weekly. The less is more principle applies to spot treatments. Using more frequent applications or larger amounts doesn't accelerate healing, it only increases irritation and dryness. Consistent, moderate use is more effective than aggressive over-application. Never pick, squeeze, or extract pimples yourself unless absolutely necessary. Squeezing ruptures the follicle wall, pushing bacteria, sebum, and dead skin cells deeper into the skin. This spreads the pimple, increases inflammation, and significantly increases scarring risk. Additionally, using your fingers spreads bacteria to other areas of your face, causing more pimples. If a pimple has a visible white center and you feel you must extract it, use a professional extraction tool or, ideally, have a dermatologist perform professional extraction. If you do extract a pimple, do so properly. First, apply a warm compress for 10 minutes to soften the plug and open the pore. Use a sterile lancet or extraction tool, available at pharmacies or dermatology offices, to make a tiny puncture or use an extraction loop to gently apply pressure around the pimple. Never use fingernails. After extracting, immediately apply an antiseptic and then an acne treatment. This approach minimizes the damage compared to aggressive squeezing. Acne patches are an excellent spot treatment innovation. These hydrocolloid bandages, infused with acne-fighting ingredients like salicylic acid, are applied over pimples. They absorb pus and oil from the pimple while protecting it from external bacteria and irritation. Acne patches work best on surface pimples with visible centers rather than deep cystic acne. They're typically left on for 6 to 8 hours or overnight, providing results within 6 to 8 hours to overnight for responsive pimples. Many people use acne patches under makeup during the day or overnight. They're convenient, visible results-oriented, and non-irritating. Pimple patches containing active ingredients like salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, or tea tree oil are superior to regular hydrocolloid bandages. However, regular hydrocolloid bandages provide some benefit through moisture management and protection even without active ingredients. Spot treatment serums and gels remain on your skin, typically used twice daily. Apply after cleansing and before moisturizer. Common spot treatment actives include benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, azelaic acid, and sulfur. Choose based on your pimple type. Inflammatory acne responds better to benzoyl peroxide, comedonal acne to salicylic acid. For very aggressive spot treatment, some dermatologists recommend combining low concentrations of different actives, perhaps a small amount of salicylic acid followed by a small amount of benzoyl peroxide on the same pimple. However, this should only be done if your skin tolerates it well and should be used sparingly. For most people, one spot treatment at a time is appropriate. Sulfur spot treatments are often overlooked but can be highly effective, particularly for inflammatory acne and sensitive skin. Sulfur has been used in dermatology for over a century and has proven antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Some people find sulfur more tolerable than benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid. Intralesional steroid injections administered by dermatologists are the gold standard for large, painful cystic acne. A small amount of steroid is injected directly into the cyst, causing it to deflate and heal within days. This prevents the cyst from persisting for weeks or months and significantly reduces scarring risk. If you have large cystic acne, ask your dermatologist about this option. Common mistakes with spot treatments include starting with too strong products, using them too frequently, using too much product, expecting overnight complete resolution, or abandoning consistency after just a few days. Spot treatment works best with realistic expectations. A moderate pimple treated consistently for 3 to 5 days should flatten and improve noticeably. Large cystic pimples take longer and may require professional intervention. Guide 10. Strategic moisturizing for acne-prone skin, hydration without triggering breakouts. One of the most common and damaging myths about acne is that people with acne shouldn't use moisturizer. This myth causes countless people to have dry, irritated, sensitive skin that's actually more prone to acne. Proper moisturizing is absolutely essential for acne-prone skin, and understanding how to moisturize without clogging pores is critical. The reality is that acne-prone skin, especially if you're using acne treatments, desperately needs moisturizer. Here's why. When your skin is dehydrated, it compensates by producing more sebum. This excess sebum actually worsens acne. Additionally, most acne treatments, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, retinoids, cause dryness and irritation. Using moisturizer counteracts these side effects, allowing you to continue treatments without excessive discomfort. Finally, properly hydrated skin has a stronger barrier function, which improves overall skin health and actually reduces acne. The key to moisturizing acne-prone skin is selecting appropriate products. Look for moisturizers specifically formulated as non-comedogenic, meaning they don't clog pores or trigger acne. The ingredients matter significantly. Lightweight hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and humectants hydrate without being occlusive or pore clogging. Niacinamide hydrates while also having acne-fighting properties. Centella asiatica, SICA, soothes irritation and supports skin barrier function. Ceramides strengthen your skin barrier, which is particularly important when using strong acne treatments. Avoid heavy oils and butters if you have acne-prone skin. Coconut oil, shea butter, and petroleum jelly can clog pores in susceptible individuals. However, some facial oils specifically designed for acne-prone skin can be beneficial. Jojoba oil, squalane oil, and rosehip seed oil are lightweight and non-comedogenic for most people. If you choose to use facial oil, use sparingly, just a few drops mixed into your moisturizer or applied as the last step of your routine. Texture matters when choosing a moisturizer for acne-prone skin. Lightweight gels absorb quickly and won't leave your skin feeling greasy. Hydrating lotions provide more hydration than gels while still being lightweight. Creams are heavier but may be necessary during winter or if your skin is severely dry from acne treatments. Everyone's needs are different. Experiment to find what works for you. Application technique is important. Apply moisturizer to slightly damp skin immediately after cleansing or applying treatments. This allows the moisturizer to lock in hydration from the water on your skin. Use about a quarter-sized amount for your entire face. Warm it between your palms, then gently press it into your skin using your fingertips. Don't rub or massage aggressively, as this can irritate acne lesions. Daytime and nighttime moisturizing might differ. During the day, use a lightweight gel or lotion moisturizer that won't make your skin feel greasy under makeup or throughout the day. Many people use a sunscreen as their daytime moisturizer since sunscreen provides hydration and protection simultaneously. At night, you can use a slightly richer moisturizer if desired, though many people use the same moisturizer day and night. If your skin is very dry from acne treatments, you might use the layering or sandwich method. Apply your treatment, retinoid, benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, wait 20 minutes, apply moisturizer, wait a few minutes, then apply another thin layer of moisturizer. This significantly reduces irritation and dryness while maintaining treatment efficacy. In winter or dry climates, increase moisturizing frequency or richness. You might apply moisturizer twice daily or use a richer nighttime formula. Some people add a facial oil, just a few drops, over their moisturizer for extra hydration during very dry periods. In summer or humid climates, you might reduce moisturizer richness, using only a lightweight gel. If your skin is extremely oily and acne-prone, you might feel you don't need moisturizer. However, most very oily skin is actually dehydrated. The skin is overproducing oil to compensate for internal dehydration. Using a lightweight hydrating moisturizer often actually reduces oil production by satisfying your skin's hydration needs. Sunscreen functions as both protection and moisturizer. Many quality sunscreens for daily use include hydrating ingredients. Use a sunscreen as your daytime moisturizer, applying it after your morning skincare routine and before makeup. Reapply every 2 hours if you'll be in the sun, or use a sunscreen powder for convenient reapplication over makeup. Hydrating masks once or twice weekly provide intense hydration, supplementing your regular moisturizer. Sheet masks or cream masks with hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or honey can be applied for 10 to 20 minutes, then removed. This boosts hydration without requiring daily changes to your routine. It's possible to over-moisturize. Applying excessive amounts or using too rich formulas can clog pores and worsen acne. Use appropriate amounts, about quarter-sized for your face, and choose formulations suitable for your skin type. If your acne worsens after starting a new moisturizer, discontinue it and try a different product rather than assuming moisturizer itself is the problem. Guide 11. Sun Protection and UV Damage Prevention for Acne-Prone and Treated Skin. Sun protection is non-negotiable for anyone with acne or using acne treatments, yet it's frequently neglected. Understanding UV damage, sunscreen types, and proper application is essential for protecting your skin from damage while treating acne. UV radiation from the sun damages skin through multiple mechanisms. UVB rays cause sunburn and skin cancer. UVA rays penetrate deeply, causing aging, wrinkles, and skin cancer. Both types of UV radiation increase inflammation, which worsens acne. Additionally, UV exposure causes post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, dark marks remaining after acne heals, to darken significantly and persist longer. Without sun protection, acne marks that might fade within 3 to 4 months can persist for a year or longer. Many acne treatments increase photosensitivity, making skin more susceptible to sun damage. Retinoids significantly increase UV sensitivity. Salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide cause mild photosensitivity. Chemical exfoliants, AHAs, BHAs, increase sun sensitivity. Vitamin C also increases sensitivity in some formulations. Using any of these treatments without sun protection significantly increases sun damage risk and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Sunscreen comes in 2 main types: mineral, physical, and chemical. Mineral sunscreens contain zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, which reflect UV rays. They're generally well tolerated, work immediately upon application, and rarely cause irritation. However, they can leave a white cast on skin and may feel heavy. Chemical sunscreens contain organic compounds that absorb UV rays and convert them to heat. They're typically lightweight and invisible on skin but may cause irritation in sensitive individuals and require application 15 minutes before sun exposure to be effective. For acne-prone skin, sunscreens labeled non-comedogenic or for acne-prone skin are essential. Many facial sunscreens are specifically formulated to be lightweight and non-clogging. Combination sunscreens containing both mineral and chemical ingredients often provide the best balance of effectiveness and wearability for acne-prone skin. SPF, sun protection factor, indicates protection against UVB rays. SPF 15 blocks about 93% of UVB rays, SPF 30 blocks about 97%, and SPF 50 blocks about 98%. For daily use with acne-prone skin, SPF 30 is the minimum recommended. SPF 50 provides slightly better protection if you'll be outside for extended periods. However, SPF rating says nothing about UVA protection. Ensure your sunscreen is broad spectrum, protecting against both UVA and UVB rays. Proper sunscreen application is crucial. Most people don't apply enough. You should use about 1/4 teaspoon, 5 milliliters, for your entire face. Many people use far less, reducing actual protection significantly. Warm the sunscreen between your palms and gently press it into your skin. Apply it as the final step of your morning skincare routine, before makeup if you wear it. Daily sunscreen application, even when staying indoors, is important when using acne treatments. Window glass blocks most UVB rays but not UVA rays, meaning significant UV damage can occur through windows. If you're at a desk near a window or driving frequently, you're receiving substantial UV exposure even without being outdoors. Sunscreen reapplication is necessary if you're outside for extended periods. Reapply every 2 hours, or immediately after swimming or sweating. For convenient reapplication over makeup, use sunscreen powder, sunscreen mist, or simply reapply your liquid sunscreen gently over makeup. Additional sun protection measures supplement sunscreen. Wear protective clothing, long sleeves, pants, and hats when possible. Sunglasses protect the delicate eye area and surrounding skin. Seek shade during peak UV hours, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., when UV intensity is highest. Even with perfect sunscreen use, additional protection measures are valuable. Vitamin D production requires some UV exposure, so complete sun avoidance isn't necessary or healthy. However, brief incidental sun exposure during daily activities provides adequate vitamin D while protecting skin involves consistent sunscreen use and protective measures during extended outdoor activities. Sunscreen ingredients sometimes interact with other skincare products. Benzoyl peroxide can reduce some sunscreen ingredient effectiveness. Apply sunscreen after benzoyl peroxide and wait a few minutes before reapplying other products. Generally, sunscreen should be your final skincare step before makeup. If you develop a sunburn despite sunscreen use, cool compresses, hydration, and soothing products like aloe vera help. Avoid further sun exposure until healed. Severe sunburns are dangerous and should be treated seriously. However, if you're using appropriate sunscreen correctly and minimizing peak sun exposure, severe sunburns should be rare. Guide 12. Treating post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and acne scarring. After acne heals, two primary complications can persist: post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, dark marks, and physical scarring. Understanding these conditions and the various treatment approaches available is essential for achieving truly clear skin, not just clear of active acne but also free from acne's lasting marks. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, PIH, appears as flat, dark patches or spots where acne was previously present. These marks result from inflammation triggering excess melanin production in healing skin. PIH is particularly common in individuals with darker skin tones and in areas that received more inflammation or trauma. Unlike active acne, PIH doesn't involve bacteria or require acne-specific treatments. It requires treatments targeting melanin and pigmentation. Understanding PIH timeline is important for realistic expectations. Most PIH gradually fades naturally over 6 to 12 months with consistent sun protection, even without treatment. However, this timeline can feel unacceptably long, motivating people to pursue active treatments. The good news is that numerous treatments significantly accelerate PIH fading. Sunscreen is the foundational PIH treatment. UV exposure directly darkens hyperpigmentation, extending the timeline for natural fading. Using SPF 30+ daily and avoiding sun exposure accelerates PIH resolution dramatically. Some PIH that might take 12 months to fade with poor sun protection might fade within 3 to 4 months with strict sun protection. Vitamin C serums brighten hyperpigmentation and even skin tone. L-ascorbic acid at 15 to 20% concentration is most effective, though magnesium ascorbyl phosphate and other stabilized forms also work. Apply vitamin C serum daily in the morning before sunscreen. Results typically appear after 4 to 8 weeks of consistent use. Vitamin C also provides antioxidant protection and stimulates collagen production as a bonus benefit. Niacinamide reduces post-inflammatory redness and even skin tone. At 4 to 5% concentration in moisturizers or serums, applied daily, niacinamide shows improvements in PIH within 4 to 8 weeks. Niacinamide is gentle, suitable for even very sensitive skin, and works well in combination with other treatments. Azelaic acid is particularly effective for PIH. At 15 to 20% concentration, applied twice daily, azelaic acid reduces melanin production and even skin tone. Prescription azelaic acid, Azalex, Phenacea, is more potent than over-the-counter versions. Many dermatologists recommend azelaic acid specifically for PIH management. Results typically appear within 4 to 8 weeks. Kojic acid inhibits melanin production. Available in serums and
Article 13. The truth about pores. Can you really shrink them? 1. Why pores fascinate and frustrate us. Everyone has pores, yet most people wish they didn't. We obsess over them in magnifying mirrors, wondering why they look so large, uneven, or dirty. Beauty advertisements promise to erase or shrink them overnight, feeding an illusion that perfect, poreless skin exists. The truth? Pores are not flaws, they're vital, functional openings that keep your skin alive. You can't erase them, but you can refine and balance them. Once you understand how pores actually work, you'll stop fighting them and start supporting them. Point 2. What pores really? Area pore is a small opening in your skin through which oil and sweat reach the surface. There are two main kinds: sweat pores, part of your sweat glands; sebaceous pores, connected to your oil glands and hair follicles. Each hair on your body grows from a follicle, and at the base of that follicle lies a sebaceous gland that produces sebum, your skin's natural moisturizer. The opening through which that sebum travels is the pore you see. Point 3. Why pores appear larger. Pores can't physically open or close like doors. Their size is genetically determined. What changes is how visible they are. When pores fill with oil, dead cells, or debris, they stretch and appear bigger. A buildup of sebum oxidizes at the surface, turning dark. That's the blackhead you notice. Enlarged pores are usually a reflection of skin texture, oil balance, and age, not cleanliness. Point 4. The myth of shrinking pores. No product can permanently change the size of a pore. You can't close them, tighten them forever, or make them disappear. What you can do is minimize their appearance by keeping them clean, hydrated, and surrounded by healthy collagen. Think of pores like the openings in fabric. When the fibers are strong and elastic, the holes look smaller. When the fabric stretches or weakens, they widen. Point 5. Genetics and skin type. Genetics play the largest role in pore size. People with oily or combination skin naturally have larger pores because they produce more sebum. Those with dry skin have smaller pores but may suffer from flaking and tightness. You can't change your genetics, but you can manage the conditions that make pores look worse: oil buildup, dehydration, and aging. Point 6. The role of collagen and aging. Collagen is the scaffolding that supports your skin. In youth, collagen keeps everything firm and lifted. As collagen declines with age, pores lose support and look more visible. That's why retinoids, vitamin C, and sunscreen, which protect and rebuild collagen, indirectly make pores look smaller over time. Point 7. Daily cleansing habits matter more than you think. Cleansing doesn't close pores, but it does prevent them from stretching. Wash your face twice daily with a mild, pH-balanced cleanser to remove oil and impurities. If you wear makeup or sunscreen, double cleanse at night. Start with an oil cleanser, then use a gentle water-based one. Avoid harsh scrubbing. Friction inflames pores and worsens texture. Point 8. Exfoliation. The great refiner. Dead skin cells are like dust in your pores. Exfoliation clears them out before they settle. Chemical exfoliants such as salicylic acid, BHA, penetrate deep into oily pores, dissolving clogs from within. Alpha hydroxy acids, AHAs, like glycolic or lactic acid, polish the surface for a smoother look. Use exfoliants 2 or 3 times a week. Overdoing them can damage your barrier and enlarge pores further. Point 9. Steam and warm water. Temporary effects. Only steam opens pores visually, not physically. Heat softens oil plugs, making extraction easier, but once the skin cools, pores return to normal size. Steaming is useful before applying masks or doing extractions. Just don't overheat the skin or do it daily. A 5-minute warm compress once a week is plenty. Point 10. Cold water and ice. The short-term tightener. Splashing cold water or rubbing ice on the face constricts blood vessels and gives a temporary tightening sensation. It's refreshing but doesn't change pore size. However, it can reduce inflammation and make pores appear smaller for a few hours. A good pre-event trick, not a long-term cure. Point 11. Clay masks. Nature's vacuum cleaners. Clay masks especially those made from kaolin or bentonite. Absorb excess oil and impurities. Use once or twice weekly, leaving it on for no longer than 10 minutes. Overusing clay masks can dry the skin and paradoxically cause more oil production. Always follow with a hydrating serum or moisturizer afterward. Point 12. Retinoids. The real game changers. Retinoids are vitamin A derivatives that increase cell turnover and boost collagen by clearing dead cells and thickening the dermal layer. Retinoids reduce the appearance of pores from within. Start slowly, 2 nights a week, and moisturize generously. Over time, usually 12 weeks or more, your pores appear smoother, tighter, and less noticeable. Point 13. Niacinamide. The balancer niacinamide, or vitamin B3, is one of the most versatile ingredients for all skin types. It regulates oil production, strengthens the barrier, and brightens dullness. Regular use. 5 to 10% concentration helps balance sebum and refine texture, giving pores a soft focus look under light. Point 14. Sunscreen. The unsung hero of pore care. UV damage breaks down collagen, leading to sagging and enlarged pores. Wearing sunscreen daily protects your skin structure and prevents further enlargement. Look for lightweight, non-comedogenic formulas. They won't clog pores or feel greasy. Point 15. Hydration. The overlooked secret. Dehydrated skin exaggerates pores. When your skin lacks water, pores look more sunken and rough. Using hydrating serums with hyaluronic acid and glycerin plumps the surrounding tissue, softening the entire texture. Drink enough water, but remember, topical hydration matters. 2.16. Professional treatments that deliver. If home care isn't enough, dermatologists can offer advanced treatments. Chemical peels, laser resurfacing, and microneedling all stimulate collagen and refine texture. Microneedling creates microinjuries that trigger new collagen formation, tightening skin naturally. Laser treatments target oil glands and promote smoothness. These aren't overnight miracles, but consistent sessions yield visible refinement. Point 17. Why overcleansing backfires. Many people with visible pores think the solution is to scrub harder. In reality, overcleansing strips natural oils and triggers rebound sebum. The skin produces even more oil to compensate. Gentle cleansing twice daily is optimal. If your face feels squeaky or tight afterward, it's too harsh. Point 18. Common products that exaggerate pores. Heavy creams, silicones, and certain sunscreens can settle into pores, reflecting light in a way that highlights them. Switch to oil-free or gel-based formulas. Always remove makeup thoroughly before bed. Even the best routine fails if you sleep in foundation. Point 19. Makeup tricks for minimizing pores without hiding them. A smooth makeup base can visually blur pores. Use a water-based primer with dimethicone or niacinamide. Avoid thick mattifying products that dry your skin. They often crack and emphasize texture. Less coverage, more glow. When your skin reflects light evenly, pores fade into the background. Point 20. The emotional side of pore anxiety. Many people develop an unhealthy obsession with their pores, checking them under harsh lighting or magnifying mirrors. This magnifies imperfections that no one else notices. No camera, conversation, or friend sees your pores as closely as you do. Pore anxiety is often a symptom of perfectionism, not poor skin. Learning to accept normal skin texture is part of emotional skincare. It's freedom from unrealistic expectations. Point 21. Long-term pore health, the real routine for long-term refinement. Combine gentle daily habits with targeted actives. Morning, cleanser, niacinamide serum, moisturizer, sunscreen. Night, double cleanse, retinoid, lightweight hydration. Weekly, 1 clay mask, 1 chemical exfoliation. Over months, the transformation is subtle but profound. Smoother surface, balanced oil, calmer tone. Your pores haven't disappeared. They've simply learned harmony. Point 22. The deeper truth, pores as a sign of life. Pores are evidence that your skin is alive, breathing, and working as it should. Without them, you couldn't sweat, regulate temperature, or maintain moisture. Instead of erasing them, think of refining your relationship with them. The smoother and healthier your skin becomes, the less you notice them, and the more natural your beauty appears. True skincare maturity is realizing that healthy texture is more beautiful than fake perfection. Article 14. The Complete Guide to Sunscreen, Myths, Science, and Daily Protection. Point 1. The unseen enemy of skin health. Every second you spend under sunlight, invisible rays are interacting with your skin, building vitamin D, yes, but also breaking down collagen, mutating DNA, and accelerating aging. Sunlight is essential to life, but too much of it, especially without protection, slowly destroys the skin's structure. Sunscreen isn't vanity. It's your most important health habit after sleep and hydration. Point 2. Why sunscreen is non-negotiable. You can use the best serums, eat the cleanest diet, and sleep 8 hours a night, but if you skip sunscreen, your skin will still age faster. UV radiation is responsible for up to 80% of visible aging signs, wrinkles, spots, dullness, and loss of elasticity. Daily protection is not optional. It's the foundation upon which every skincare routine rests. Point 3. The two faces of UV, UVA, and UVB sunlight that reaches Earth includes two main types of ultraviolet rays. UVA penetrates deep into the dermis, causing long-term damage like wrinkles and sagging. It's present year-round, even on cloudy days or through glass. UVB affects the surface. It's what burns your skin and causes redness. A good sunscreen must protect against both. That's why you'll see the label broad spectrum. It means full coverage from UVA and UVB alike. Point 4. The third invisible threat, infrared and blue light. Modern research reveals that light from screens and indoor LEDs, called high-energy visible light or blue light, can also trigger pigmentation and oxidative stress, while its effect is smaller than UV. It still adds up over hours of exposure. Mineral sunscreens with iron oxides and antioxidants can help defend against this new-age radiation. Point 5. How sunscreen actually works. Sunscreens protect your skin by either absorbing or reflecting UV rays. Chemical filters absorb the radiation and convert it to harmless heat. Mineral filters reflect and scatter light like tiny mirrors. Many modern sunscreens combine both methods for optimal comfort and protection. Point 6. The difference between chemical and mineral sunscreen. Chemical sunscreens use ingredients like avobenzone, octocrylene, or homosalate. They are lightweight, transparent, and comfortable under makeup, but may irritate sensitive skin or sting eyes. Mineral sunscreens use zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. They're gentler and start protecting immediately, but can leave a white cast, especially on darker skin tones. Neither type is superior. The best one is the one you'll wear daily. Point 7. Common myths that refuse to die. Let's clear up some myths. Myth 1. You don't need sunscreen indoors. False. UVA passes through windows and blue light from screens adds cumulative stress. Myth 2. Dark skin doesn't need sunscreen. False. Melanin provides some protection, but not against aging or uneven tone. Myth 3. Sunscreen blocks vitamin D. Barely true. You still absorb vitamin D through unprotected areas or short sun exposure. The benefits of sunscreen far outweigh the tiny reduction. Myth 4. Sunscreen makes you break out. Only if the formula is comedogenic or too rich for your skin type. There are oil-free, acne-safe options for everyone. Point 8. Understanding SPF, The misunderstood number SPF stands for sun protection factor and measures protection from UVB rays only, not UVA. SPF 15 blocks about 93% of UVB rays. SPF 30 blocks 97%, and SPF 50 blocks 98%. Higher numbers give slightly more protection, but not dramatically. What matters more is proper application and reapplication, not chasing SPF 100.9. How much sunscreen you actually need? Most people apply only half of what's necessary. The correct amount for your face and neck is about 1 teaspoon or 2 full finger lengths. For your entire body, use roughly 1 shot glass, about 30 milliliters. If you're outdoors for more than 2 hours, reapply every 2 hours, and immediately after swimming or sweating. 10. Why reapplication is crucial. Sunscreen ingredients degrade under sunlight, sweat, and friction. If you apply only once in the morning, by lunchtime your protection has dropped significantly. Reapply every 2 hours outdoors, or once midday if you're indoors under bright light. There are sunscreen powders and sprays to make this easier without disturbing makeup. 11. The importance of morning application. UV exposure begins the moment the sun rises, not at noon. Apply sunscreen as the last step of your morning skincare, at least 15 minutes before stepping outside. This allows chemical filters to bind properly to your skin and ensures even coverage. 12. What happens when you skip sunscreen? Skipping sunscreen doesn't hurt immediately, but over time, damage accumulates silently. Collagen breaks down, DNA mutates, and pigmentation becomes uneven. Decades later, you see sagging, dark spots, and wrinkles that no cream can reverse. Sunscreen is prevention, and prevention is easier than correction. 13. Sunscreen and acne-prone skin. People with acne often fear sunscreen will clog pores. The trick is choosing oil-free, non-comedogenic formulas labeled for acne-prone skin. Look for ingredients like zinc oxide, which also soothes inflammation. Avoid rich creams and heavy silicones. Gel-based or fluid sunscreens absorb fast, leaving no residue, perfect for oily skin types. 14. Sunscreen and sensitive skin. If your skin stings or burns when applying sunscreen, you're likely reacting to chemical filters or fragrance. Switch to 100% mineral formulas with zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. They're gentler and double as physical barriers against pollution. Look for labels that say fragrance-free and for sensitive skin. 15. The role of antioxidants in sun defense. Even the best sunscreen blocks only about 98% of UV rays. The remaining 2% still causes oxidative stress. That's where antioxidants like vitamin C, green tea, and niacinamide come in. They neutralize free radicals and complement your sunscreen's protection. Think of antioxidants as sunscreen's bodyguards. 16. Makeup with SPF. Helpful but incomplete. Foundation or BB cream with SPF is not enough on its own. You would need 10 times more product than normal to get the labeled protection. Always use a dedicated sunscreen under makeup. Afterward, makeup with SPF is a nice bonus, but not a substitute. 17. Water resistance and sweat. Some sunscreens are labeled water resistant. This doesn't mean waterproof. It simply means they maintain their SPF for 40 to 80 minutes when exposed to water or sweat. If you're swimming or exercising outdoors, reapply as soon as you towel dry. Always err on the side of caution. No sunscreen lasts forever. 18. Sunscreen for different environments. If you're mostly indoors, a lightweight SPF 30 is enough. If you spend long hours outdoors, use SPF 50 or higher with broad spectrum coverage. At the beach or in high altitude, choose water-resistant formulas with antioxidants. Adapt your sunscreen like you adapt clothing, according to your environment. 19. The hidden areas most people miss. People commonly forget to apply sunscreen to the ears, neck, eyelids, lips, and hands. These areas age faster because of cumulative sun exposure. Use lip balms with SPF. And apply sunscreen behind the neck and on the tops of your feet if you wear sandals. 20. Sunscreen for hair and scalp. Your scalp can burn just like your skin. For thin hair or bald spots, use SPF sprays or wear a hat. Some hair products also include UV filters to protect color and reduce dryness. Healthy hair starts with a protected scalp. 21. Sunscreen and the planet. There's growing concern about certain chemical sunscreens affecting coral reefs. If you swim in the ocean, choose reef-safe formulas that exclude oxybenzone and octinoxate. Mineral sunscreens are generally more eco-friendly. Protecting your skin shouldn't harm the planet. That gives you sunlight. Point 22. Sunscreen for children. Children's skin is thinner and more sensitive. For babies under 6 months, shade and clothing are safer than sunscreen. For older kids, use mineral-based SPF 30 or higher and reapply often. Make sunscreen part of their daily routine early. Habits formed young last for life. Article 15. The Psychology of Skincare. How Self-Care Heals More Than Skin. 1. When skincare becomes something deeper, skincare is often treated as vanity, a surface-level routine of bottles and creams. But for many people, it's something far more meaningful. It's a moment of silence in a noisy world, a private ritual that says, I'm worth taking care of. Behind every gentle cleanse or layer of moisturizer lies something deeply human, the need to nurture, to restore, to reconnect with oneself. Point 2. The mirror and the mind. The mirror can be a source of confidence or anxiety. On good days, we see light and vitality. On bad days, we focus on flaws. But the mirror is neutral. It reflects not just the skin, but our mood. Learning to look at yourself without judgment is a skill. When you replace criticism with curiosity, your reflection becomes less about perfection and more about presence. Point 3. The brain-skin connection. Science now proves what ancient wisdom always sensed: our skin and mind constantly communicate. Stress triggers cortisol. Cortisol inflames oil glands. Inflammation causes acne or eczema flares. In reverse, soothing your mind through breathing, gratitude, or music calms your skin's response. Emotional balance literally changes biology. Point 4. Why stress shows on your face. Late nights, tension, and worry constrict blood flow, dulling the complexion. Muscles tighten, micro-expressions freeze, and skin loses glow. Skincare is not a cure-all, but it's a visible marker of how you're living. Each fine line and breakout is a message, not a failure. Point 5. Ritual versus routine. A routine is something you have to do. A ritual is something you choose to do with intention. When cleansing your face becomes a small act of care, not a chore, it transforms from hygiene to healing. The difference is presence. Point 6. The science of touch. Touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. When you gently massage your cleanser or moisturizer, you're sending safety signals to your brain. You lower heart rate and reduce stress hormones. It's not indulgence, it's regulation. Point 7. Why self-care feels guilt-free when understood. Many people feel guilty spending time on themselves. Yet caring for your skin isn't selfish, it's maintenance for the mind. The few minutes you invest morning and night improve patience, focus, and resilience. Healthy self-regard radiates into how you treat others. Point 8. The illusion of perfect skin. Social media sells impossible standards: poreless glass skin, eternal youth. Real skin has texture, scars, and changing tones. Accepting that doesn't mean giving up. It means aligning with truth. Confidence is built not on flawlessness, but on authenticity. Point 9. The cycle of shame and overcorrection. Many people enter a loop: insecurity, product overload, irritation, more insecurity. Minimalism and mindfulness break this loop. The calmer your approach, the more your skin cooperates. Healing skin starts with healing expectation. Point 10. Skincare as meditation. Each step can become mindfulness practice: feeling water on your hands, sensing textures, inhaling soft scents, breathing deeply. Point 5. Calm minutes can ground your nervous system better than scrolling through stress. Point 11. The placebo of hope. Even when a cream doesn't dramatically change appearance, the belief that you're caring for yourself has measurable psychological benefit. Hope activates reward circuits and lowers inflammation. The mind heals alongside the skin. Point 12. The inner critic. Most of us carry an inner voice that says, "You're not enough." It comments on every blemish. Notice it, but don't obey it. Respond with compassion. I'm human. My skin works hard to protect me. Kindness softens both the voice and the wrinkles it causes. Point 13. Community and connection. Skincare can be solitary, but it also builds community: forums, spas, shared stories of progress. Connection itself releases dopamine and oxytocin, which help immunity and wound healing. Emotional support is medicine disguised as conversation. 14. Aging and acceptance. Aging skin tells the story of a life lived. Every line holds laughter, sorrow, endurance. When you shift from fighting time to caring through time, skincare becomes gratitude. Moisturizer turns into mindfulness. 15. The power of consistency. Consistency in skincare mirrors emotional stability. Small, repeated acts create big change. The patience you practice on your skin trains your brain to endure uncertainty in life. 16. Consumer culture and confusion. The beauty industry thrives on insecurity. The antidote is knowledge and boundaries. When you buy less but better, you reclaim control. The goal isn't endless novelty, it's sustainable joy. 17. Sleep, light, and emotion. Circadian rhythms tie skin renewal to rest. When you sleep well, repair hormones peak. Morning light resets serotonin, darkness signals melatonin. Respect these cycles, they're the silent skincare steps you can't bottle. 18. Healing through scent. Scent anchors memory. A favorite cream can remind you of safety. Choose products whose aroma calms rather than overstimulates. A gentle fragrance can lower anxiety by guiding breathing rhythm unconsciously. 19. How confidence changes skin posture, breathing, and expression affect circulation. When you feel confident, your face opens, more oxygen, more glow. Confidence isn't magic, it's improved physiology. 20. Digital detox and skin detox. Constant screen exposure raises cortisol and HV light damage. Taking breaks restores both your nervous system and your complexion. A calm mind reflects as calm skin. 21. Skincare as identity. For some, skincare is creative expression, textures, colors, steps. For others, it's a quiet rebellion against neglect. Both are valid. Rituals tell stories. I exist, I matter, I care. 22. The therapeutic mirror. Try this tonight. While applying moisturizer, look into your eyes and say one kind sentence to yourself. It feels awkward at first, but with time it reprograms self-talk. You're training the mind to see a friend, not a flaw. 23. Why slow beauty is the future. Slow beauty values progress over perfection, sustainability over speed. It's kinder to skin, to planet, to psyche. Healing takes time, so does trust in yourself. 24. Gratitude as a serum. Before bed, list one thing your skin did right today. Maybe it protected you from sun, healed a scratch, or glowed despite stress. Gratitude relaxes the vagus nerve, deepening sleep and repair. 25. Emotional inflammation. Anger, jealousy, and self-criticism are biochemical events. They raise cytokines, just like infection. Emotional hygiene, forgiveness, empathy, laughter is as crucial as cleanser and SPF. 26. The role of therapy. Sometimes skin issues mirror deeper wounds. Therapy helps separate appearance from worth. Many clients find their acne or dermatitis eases once they resolve chronic stress patterns. The skin listens to the psyche. 27. The art of aging gracefully. True beauty lies in harmony between inner peace and outer care. When you stop fearing time, you start glowing from acceptance. Skin becomes a map, not a mask. 28. The final reflection. Skincare is not about chasing youth, it's about preserving connection to yourself. When you wash your face tonight, you're not erasing, you're renewing. Every gentle motion says, I choose to begin again. Article 16. Skin confidence in the age of filters. Learning to love your real face. 1. The age of illusion. We live in a time where skin is no longer just skin. It's a filter, a brand, a digital identity. Every scroll shows faces so flawless they look unreal. Pores vanish, jawlines sharpen, cheeks glow under soft light. We forget that those faces are often pixels, not people. The danger is not the filter itself, but the way it reshapes our expectation of what human skin should be. 2. How filters rewrite reality. Filters flatten texture and erase imperfections, but in doing so they erase authenticity. When you see your unedited face after hours of filtered images, the brain perceives it as less attractive, a psychological phenomenon called contrast distortion. Your own reflection starts to feel like a mistake that needs fixing. 3. The rise of digital dysmorphia therapists now treat a new form of body dysmorphia driven by social media. People bring filtered photos to clinics and ask to look like their own edited selves. This disconnect between digital and real skin fuels anxiety, self-doubt, and a constant sense of inadequacy. Point 4. Skin is story, not air. Your skin records your life, sleep lost, tears shed, smiles repeated. Each mark is a chapter. When you erase them all, you erase context. Healthy skin is alive and therefore flawed. Perfection is a kind of death. Point 5. The science of perception. Humans read faces through texture and micromovement. A filter that removes all texture creates a flat, robotic look that our brains register as uncanny. Real faces breathe, shift, reflect light differently each second. That's where warmth comes from. Point 6. Confidence as physiology. Confidence isn't just a feeling, it changes posture, breathing, circulation. When you accept your real face, you literally increase blood flow and oxygenation, creating the radiance no filter can replicate. Point 7. From comparison to compassion. Every time you compare your skin to someone else's, pause and ask, what is my skin doing for me right now? Maybe it's healing a scratch, protecting you from pollution, regulating temperature. Gratitude shifts focus from appearance to function. Point 8. Curating your digital diet. Unfollow accounts that trigger self-criticism. Follow educators, dermatologists, and real skin creators who show texture and aging without shame. Your feed is a mirror. Choose mirrors that tell the truth. Point 9. Lighting and self-deception. Good lighting flatters, bad lighting exposes. Neither defines you. Skin is a living surface responding to light, not a static canvas. Learning this frees you from panic when you catch an unflattering angle. Point 10. The micro moments of self-trust. Each time you resist the urge to edit a photo, you strengthen neural pathways of acceptance. Confidence builds through repetition, tiny acts of self-trust that accumulate into peace. Point 11. Redefining beauty through function. Beauty is not symmetry alone but health in motion, hydrated skin, steady breath, spark in the eyes. When you maintain sleep, hydration, and SPF, you look better because you are better, biochemically. Point 12. Mindful mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror without makeup once a day. Notice texture, color, light. Name 3 things you appreciate: resilience, expression, warmth. This simple exercise rewires how your brain categorizes your face, from object to ally. Point 13. The power of honest imagery. Campaigns that show freckles, wrinkles, and acne normalize reality. Every honest image is a small act of social healing. By showing your own real skin, you give others permission to breathe. Point 14. Skincare as grounding. Cleansing becomes a ritual of presence. Warm water, circular motion, steady breath. When you anchor your attention in sensation, you pull your mind out of comparison and into now. Point 15. Acceptance and action. Self-acceptance doesn't mean neglect. You can love your face and still treat your acne. The energy comes from care, not disgust. Motivation born from kindness is always more sustainable. Point 16. Aging in HD. High-definition cameras reveal every line, but those lines prove you've laughed and survived. Technology shows detail, wisdom shows meaning. Let the camera record life, not erase it. Point 17. Emotional hydration. Confidence needs hydration too. Time outdoors, deep breaths, real talks with friends. Emotional dryness shows on skin as fatigue. Feed both your barrier and your boundaries. Point 18. Choosing products for calm, not perfection. The best routine is the one you enjoy enough to repeat. Pick textures that comfort, scents that soothe. Pleasure itself lowers cortisol, helping skin heal. Point 19. The ripple effect of authenticity. When you show up barefaced online or offline, you set a micro-trend of truth. Authenticity spreads faster than airbrush because it meets a deep human hunger for realness. Point 20. How to handle comments. Someone will always judge. Remember, criticism reveals their projection, not your value. Respond with silence or humor, never self-doubt. Point 21. When confidence becomes contagious. Confidence radiates through micro-expressions and voice tone. Others sense it instantly. Ironically, the moment you stop chasing perfection, people perceive you as more beautiful. Point 22. Educating the next generation teach children that skin is not a flaw to fix, but a living organ to respect. If they grow up seeing tech. Article 17, The Art of Consistency, How Daily Habits Transform Skin and Self-Esteem. Point 1. Why consistency matters more than any product. The world of skincare is filled with miracle claims, visible results in 7 days, instant glow. Yet the truth is less glamorous and far more empowering. What you do every day matters more than what you buy once. Consistency is the quiet engine behind every success story. Point 2. The rhythm of skin. Your skin is not static, it breathes in cycles. Every cell lives, dies, and renews within about a month. Oil fluctuates daily, hydration shifts hour to hour. When you synchronize care with this biological rhythm, healing becomes inevitable. Point 3. Habits are stories we tell our skin. Each repeated gesture, washing, moisturizing, protecting, teaches your skin what to expect. A steady routine tells it you are safe, you can heal. Chaos and inconsistency confuse the barrier, leading to flare-ups. Point 4. Why we quit before results arrive. Most people give up just as healing begins. The first weeks of any treatment can cause purging or minor irritation. Many interpret this as failure. Understanding biology prevents disappointment. Skin rebuilds slowly, like trust. Point 5. The psychology of consistency. Consistency is self-respect in motion. Every night you remove your makeup instead of collapsing into bed, you send your mind a message. I keep promises to myself. That trust radiates outward as confidence. Point 6. Morning rituals as anchors. Morning skincare isn't about vanity, it's a mental reset. Cleansing says, I'm starting fresh. Moisturizer says, I will protect myself. Sunscreen says, I respect my future. 3 simple sentences, spoken through action. Point 7. Night rituals as repair. Night care closes the loop. It's where regeneration happens, not just for skin but for the nervous system. The slow massage of cream, the quiet lighting, the smell of clean pillowcases signal to your body that it's safe to rest. Point 8. The compound interest of small acts. Just as one workout doesn't build strength, one serum doesn't change skin. But 300 gentle cleanses over a year rebuild a barrier that once was broken. Tiny acts compound like savings. Their value is time. Point 9. Tracking progress by feeling. Numbers and photos help, but true progress is felt. Notice if your skin stings less, if you touch your face with more care, if your sleep deepens. These invisible wins precede visible change. Point 10. Identity-based habits. When you decide, I am someone who never forgets sunscreen, your brain aligns behavior to belief. Habits rooted in identity outlast motivation. You don't fight willpower, you embody values. Point 11. Designing for success. Make it easy to be consistent. Keep products visible and accessible. Simplify the number of steps. Prepare a travel kit. Remove friction between intention and action, and discipline feels like flow. Point 12. The role of environment. Your bathroom is more than a room, it's a behavioral cue. Soft lighting, organized shelves, and pleasant aroma invite routine. A messy counter whispers chaos. Create an environment that rewards care. Point 13. Consistency and hormone. Stable habits stabilize biology. Regular sleep, hydration, and nutrition balance cortisol and insulin, which directly affect oil production. Consistency outside the bathroom matters as much as what you apply inside it. Point 14. The danger of perfectionism. All or nothing thinking kills progress. Missed a night? Continue tomorrow. Consistency is about returning, not never straying. Your skin forgives as quickly as you do. Point 15. Listening to feedback. Skin speaks through texture, tone, and comfort. Redness says slow down, flakiness says hydrate, dullness says rest. Responding wisely turns routine into relationship. Point 16. The neuroscience of habit. Each repetition carves a path in the brain. At first, effort feels heavy, later automatic. When you pair skincare with a reward, a song, a smell, a moment of praise, the brain tags it as pleasure, not chore. Point 17. Energy management over time management. Consistency requires energy, not hours. If you're exhausted, simplify rather than skip. A single cleansing wipe and a breath of gratitude keep momentum alive. Point 18. Community and accountability. Share your goals with a friend or online group. Accountability turns discipline into connection. When others cheer your progress, dopamine makes the habit stickier. Point 19. The plateau and the breakthrough. Every journey has a boring middle, the weeks when nothing seems to change. But beneath the surface, skin is reorganizing. Hold steady. Breakthroughs belong to those who endure the quiet phase. Point 20. Minimalism is mastery. Experts often return to basics: cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. Simplicity reduces decision fatigue and irritation. When you do less with care, results multiply. Point 21. Habit stacking and practice. Attach new actions to existing ones. Moisturizer after brushing teeth, lip balm before checking messages. Routines grow organically when they piggyback on old habits. Point 22. The nutrition connection. Every meal is a message to your skin. Antioxidants, omega-3 fats, and hydration fuel cell repair. Processed sugar and alcohol undo weeks of effort. Consistency in diet amplifies skincare's power. Point 23. Sleep, the silent step. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a treatment. During deep sleep, growth hormone repairs tissue and circulation improves. Regular sleep times create predictable healing windows. Point 24. Movement as skincare. Exercise oxygenates skin and moves lymph, reducing puffiness. You don't need intense workouts, a daily walk and stretch routine suffice. Consistency beats intensity. Again. Point 25. Emotional discipline. Emotional consistency matters too. Chronic anger or worry keeps skin in inflammation mode. Journaling, therapy, or mindful breathing lower cortisol, which acts like an internal serum. Point 26. The power of reflection. Every month, pause and observe. What worked? What felt forced? Reflection turns habit into wisdom. It's how you evolve from follower to author of your own routine. Point 27. Ritual as resilience. When life falls apart, ritual holds you together. Even washing your face can be a gesture of stability. The body remembers peace through repetition when the mind forgets. Point 28. Grace for setbacks. Breakouts and bad weeks will come. They don't erase progress. Self-blame adds inflammation. Grace is the most underrated skincare ingredient. Point 29. Consistency beyond skin. Once you master consistency in skincare, you realize it's transferable. The same discipline improves finances, fitness, relationships. Care is a universal language of stability. Point 30. The long view. 6 months from now, your skin will not remember the night you were tired. It will remember the 100 nights you showed up. Patience is visible. Consistency is confidence made tangible. Point 31. Closing reflection. Consistency is not glamorous. It's quiet, ordinary, and invisible, until one morning you catch your reflection and see clarity where chaos used to be. Then you understand, discipline was never about restriction, it was a form of love. Article 18. The journey to healthy skin, learning patience, presence, and self-trust. There's a quiet truth that most people never tell you about skincare. Healing your skin is not a race, it's a relationship. And like all relationships, it needs time, communication, and forgiveness. In an age that measures progress by before and after photos, patience feels outdated, but patience is exactly what your skin has been waiting for. Every cell inside you works on its own rhythm. When you finally slow down enough to move at that rhythm, healing begins. Your skin is not a surface. It's an organ, the largest one you have, and it listens to your emotions more closely than you think. Every spike of stress, every restless night, every small moment of kindness changes it. The language of the skin is subtle: warmth, sensitivity, dryness, color, texture. These are not problems to fix, but signals to read. When you treat your skin like a conversation instead of a project, it starts to trust you again. We've been conditioned to believe that beauty means speed. Fast results, quick fixes, visible glow in 7 days. But the truth is that real skin healing never happens under pressure. Think of how a wound closes slowly, quietly, one layer at a time. If you pick at it, it scars. If you let it be, it rebuilds stronger than before. The same law applies to acne, sensitivity, hyperpigmentation, or aging. You can't rush biology. You can only cooperate with it. There's a difference between control and care. Control says, I need to fix this now. Care says, I'm here for as long as it takes. One creates anxiety, the other builds peace. When you start approaching skincare from a place of support instead of frustration, something beautiful happens. The skin softens, the jaw unclenches, breathing deepens. Healing stops being a goal and becomes a natural side effect of calm. Presence is another forgotten ingredient in skincare. Many people wash their face like they're late for something else. But when you pay attention, the temperature of the water, the weight of your hands, the rhythm of your breath, those 2 minutes of cleansing become meditation. You reconnect with your body through touch. You remind yourself that you exist beyond screens and schedules. This simple awareness nourishes your nervous system, and the nervous system, in turn, nourishes the skin. We often underestimate how much emotion the skin carries. Blushing, sweating, breaking out, paling, all of these are expressions of inner states. When you calm your thoughts, your skin literally changes color and tone. Stress hormones constrict blood vessels and suppress healing. Peace expands circulation and oxygen. So when someone says, "You look radiant today," what they really mean is that your nervous system is finally exhaling. Patience in skincare is hard because we live surrounded by instant feedback. A message arrives in seconds, a meal in minutes, an image in milliseconds. But the body still moves at human speed. The skin takes weeks to respond to change, months to rebuild collagen, years to show the reward of steady care. Accepting that delay is not giving up, it's aligning yourself with the truth of time. Self-trust grows in the same way. You start with small promises. "I'll cleanse gently tonight." You keep them. You add more. "I'll wear sunscreen even when it's cloudy." Over time, those kept promises form evidence, proof that you can depend on yourself. And when you trust yourself, confidence becomes quiet and stable. You no longer panic over one breakout because you know you have the tools and the patience to handle it. Some people treat skincare like punishment. They attack the skin with acids, scrubs, and treatments until it's raw. But the body doesn't respond to punishment, it responds to safety. Your skin doesn't need more aggression, it needs gentleness repeated long enough to rebuild its sense of security. If you could translate biology into language, your skin would say, "I'll open up when I feel safe again." The culture. Article 19. Aging gracefully, the art of growing beautifully with time. There comes a moment, often quietly, when you realize your reflection has changed. The face that once looked endlessly young now carries traces of memory, faint lines near the eyes, a softer jaw, a gentler texture. For some, that moment brings fear. For others, it brings a strange, peaceful clarity. Aging, after all, is not something happening to you. It is something happening through you. It is life continuing its story in your skin. We live in a culture that worships youth but misunderstands beauty. The obsession with anti-aging has taught generations to see natural change as loss instead of evolution. But if you look closely, time doesn't take away your beauty, it transforms it. There is a luminosity that comes only with years, a quiet radiance made of acceptance, wisdom, and calm. You can't paint that glow with makeup, nor fake it with filters. It comes from knowing who you are and no longer needing the world's approval to believe it. The skin tells the story of your life. Every smile leaves a trace, every hardship leaves a mark, every recovery leaves strength beneath the surface. These marks are not flaws, they are chapters. You wouldn't tear pages out of a book to make it look new, you would honor them because they hold the meaning. Your face is your autobiography, written in light and shadow. We are told to fight aging, to tighten, lift, erase. But what if the goal isn't to fight time, but to move with it gracefully? The human body is not an enemy. It is a companion that has carried you through decades of living. When you shift from battle to collaboration, you stop waging war on yourself. Skincare becomes not resistance, but gratitude. Healthy aging begins in the mind. Fear of wrinkles often hides a deeper fear, the fear of being less visible, less wanted, less relevant. But the truth is that presence doesn't fade with youth, it deepens. There is an energy that comes from experience, a magnetic calmness that young faces cannot imitate. When you stop chasing youth, you start emanating power. Science tells us that after the age of 30, collagen declines by about 1% each year. But it also tells us that new collagen still forms when you protect, nourish, and move your body. The message isn't despair, it's opportunity. Every act of care is a signal to your cells that you still value this vessel, this living architecture that holds you. Sunscreen, hydration, sleep, and nutrition aren't trivial habits. They are love letters to your future self. The lines around your eyes are proof that you have laughed. The fine creases near your mouth record thousands of conversations, thousands of smiles. The softness of your skin's texture reflects the tenderness you've learned to give. You don't have to erase these signs. You only have to understand them. The goal is not to look young, it's to look alive. The paradox of aging gracefully is that the less you fight it, the more beautiful you become. Acceptance relaxes the face. Muscles that no longer clench in resistance create natural lift and brightness. Stress and insecurity age us far faster than time itself. Letting go of the constant self-critique frees your body to rest and renew. Presence is the new luxury. When you see someone who radiates calm, it's not their skin tone or contour that draws you in, it's their centeredness. Their face is not a mask, but an open landscape where life moves freely. Beauty at any age is less about symmetry and more about sincerity. The eyes that have seen much but still sparkle with kindness, that is the kind of beauty time cannot touch. Our skin is the border between inner and outer worlds. As we age, that border becomes more transparent, literally and metaphorically. We start to reflect light differently, but we also reflect emotion differently. A young face can hide exhaustion, an older face reveals truth. Yet there is strength in that transparency. It invites authenticity into every interaction. We must also remember that aging is not only biological, it's spiritual. To age well is to stay curious, compassionate, connected. The heart that keeps learning keeps glowing. The mind that stays kind stays young. The soul that continues to create, to forgive, to laugh, that soul never wrinkles. There is grace in slowing down. Modern life pushes constant acceleration, but skin, like nature, thrives in rhythm, not rush. Taking time to cleanse, to massage, to breathe, to moisturize, these are small rituals of belonging. They tell your body, you are still worth time. Each deliberate touch becomes meditation. Patience replaces panic. Instead of staring at lines in harsh light, you start noticing softness in natural light. Instead of counting flaws, you count blessings. Gratitude becomes the ultimate skincare. It floods your body with biochemistry of peace. Gratitude literally lowers inflammation, improves circulation, and releases tension. The face glows not from perfection, but from peace. When you care for your skin, do it as a conversation, not a correction. You're not trying to restore an old version of yourself. You're meeting the current version, the one who has lived more, known more, loved more. That person deserves tenderness, not nostalgia. There's a quiet beauty in people who have stopped pretending. They move differently, they speak differently. Their presence is magnetic because it feels safe. You sense that they've made peace with imperfection, and that peace invites others to relax. That's what timeless beauty really is, serenity made visible. Of course, skincare science still has its place. Retinoids, peptides, antioxidants, these are tools, not battles. Use them with respect, not desperation. A serum cannot change how you feel about yourself, but it can express that you care. Each product, each step becomes symbolic. I choose nourishment over neglect. I choose patience over panic. As you age, hydration becomes the quiet hero. The skin loses lipids and moisture, but it also learns efficiency. Think of it like a tree. Older bark may roughen, but its roots deepen. When you feed it regularly, it grows steady, not brittle. Hydration is the language of compassion, soft, sustaining, generous. Sunlight is both friend and foe. The sun gives life, color, vitamin D, and serotonin, but too much steals collagen. Respect it, don't fear it. A broad-spectrum sunscreen is not an aesthetic product, it's a long-term promise. Each morning you apply it, you're whispering to your skin, I will protect you today. Sleep, too, becomes sacred. In youth, you can cheat it, in maturity, you can't. During deep sleep, your skin repairs DNA, balances hormones, rebuilds barrier strength. Late nights and chronic fatigue show first in the skin because it is honest. Respecting rest is a form of skincare discipline that no cream can replace. And then there's movement, walking, stretching, breathing deeply. Exercise sends oxygen to the skin and releases endorphins that lift your energy. Movement keeps you connected to your body's vitality, reminding you that beauty is kinetic, not static. Food is sunlight you can taste. What you eat becomes part of your skin's architecture. Every berry, leaf, nut, and grain is construction material for your face. Aging beautifully is less about denying time and more about feeding life. The glow that people notice often begins in the gut, not the vanity mirror. But more than anything, aging gracefully is emotional. It's learning to forgive the body for changing, to honor the process of becoming someone new. When you stop criticizing your reflection, your face relaxes. When you stop wishing for the past, your presence becomes magnetic. The most radiant people are not the youngest, they are the most at ease. Look around at someone who radiates peace, a grandmother laughing easily, an artist lost in her craft, a teacher whose eyes light up when she listens. Their beauty doesn't shout. It hums. It invites you in. Time has softened them, not diminished them. That's what graceful aging looks like, not denial, but devotion to life as it unfolds. In truth, time doesn't age us, resistance does. The more you resist, the tighter your muscles hold, the more exhaustion seeps in. The more you surrender to rhythm, the more energy flows. Article 20. The skin, mind connection, how emotions shape your complexion. Your skin is a mirror that never lies. It reflects every emotion, every sleepless night, every surge of joy or anxiety that moves through your body. While most people treat skincare as a surface activity, cleansers, creams, serums, your skin quietly listens to something deeper. Your thoughts, your hormones, your emotional weather. When your inner world storms, your outer layer clouds. When your mind rests, your skin shines. Modern science now confirms what poets and healers have sensed for centuries. The skin and the mind are inseparable. They share the same embryonic origin. Long before birth, the cells that form your brain and the cells that form your skin divide from the same layer of tissue. They remain lifelong siblings, connected through millions of nerve endings and chemical messengers. Every heartbeat of emotion ripples outward, reaching your complexion. Think of the last time you blushed. A word, a gaze, a thought, and within seconds, warmth spread across your cheeks. Or the time fear drained color from your face, leaving you pale. These are not coincidences, they are communication. Your skin is the emotional display screen of your nervous system. Stress is the most common translator of the mind's turmoil. When you worry, your brain releases cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that prepare the body to survive, not to glow. They redirect blood flow from skin to muscles, suppress digestion, and inflame oil glands. The result: breakouts, dullness, dehydration. Long-term stress keeps the skin in a state of microinflammation, slowing repair and weakening the barrier. That's why chronic worriers often look older than their years. The skin has been living in survival mode, but the opposite is also true. When you feel safe, appreciated, and calm, your brain releases oxytocin and endorphins. These hormones dilate blood vessels, improve oxygen flow, and stimulate collagen. Peace literally softens your skin. A calm mind gives rise to a calm face. Many cultures intuited this long before dermatology had the vocabulary. Ancient Chinese medicine mapped emotional stress to specific organs, anger to the liver, fear to the kidneys, worry to the spleen, each organ connected to zones of the face. Ayurvedic traditions described similar relationships, calling the skin the outer expression of inner harmony. What modern science adds is evidence. Inflammation markers in the bloodstream rise with emotional distress, and those same markers appear in acne, eczema, and rosacea flares. This link is not metaphorical, it's biochemical. Every emotion triggers neurotransmitters that travel through the neurocutaneous system, a vast network where nerves, immune cells, and hormones talk constantly. When you feel embarrassed, tiny vessels open. When you feel threatened, they constrict. When you feel love, your parasympathetic system floods the body with signals of safety, inviting regeneration. The mind-skin dialogue is especially visible in conditions like eczema or psoriasis. Flare-ups often follow emotional upheaval, exams, breakups, grief. Patients who learn to regulate stress through breathing, mindfulness, or therapy often see improvement even without changing topical medication. The skin doesn't just need products, it needs peace. Consider acne, one of the most emotionally charged skin issues. For many, breakouts trigger shame and self-consciousness, which then increase stress, which worsens acne, a perfect feedback loop. Breaking that loop requires more than benzoyl peroxide. It requires kindness. When you respond to a breakout with calm rather than panic, cortisol stays lower, inflammation eases, healing accelerates. Your mindset is medicine. Sleep is another translator between emotion and appearance. During deep sleep, the body releases growth hormone, repairing tissue and balancing moisture. But emotional overthinking keeps the brain alert, reducing slow-wave rest. One night of poor sleep raises cortisol enough to dull the skin for days. Chronic insomnia carves shadows, fades vitality. Rest is not vanity, it's therapy written in biology. Even love leaves fingerprints on the skin. People in healthy relationships tend to have better wound healing and stronger immune responses. Touch, eye contact, laughter all release oxytocin, which calms inflammation and boosts microcirculation. This is why affectionate people often appear radiant. They live in biochemistry of connection. On the other side, loneliness physically alters the skin. Research shows isolation raises inflammatory cytokines, slows collagen production, and impairs barrier recovery after irritation. Emotional isolation becomes visible as fragility, dryness, redness, slow healing. The body keeps score of solitude. You can learn to read your skin's emotional language. Persistent jaw tension and breakouts along the chin often point to suppressed stress or anger. Redness across the cheeks may mirror embarrassment, anxiety, or overstimulation. Dullness during burnout is your body's whisper, "I need rest." The more fluently you interpret these signals, the faster you can respond with compassion instead of chemicals. Mindfulness is one of the most powerful topical treatments you can't buy. When you slow your breath and anchor attention to touch, you activate the vagus nerve, a master regulator of calm. The pulse slows, inflammation markers drop, and within minutes, the face softens. This is not mystical, it's measurable. Mindfulness lowers cortisol, which means fewer breakouts and less sensitivity. The language of the mind also shapes how you perceive your own skin. Two people can have identical complexions, but entirely different experiences. One sees flaws, the other sees life. Your inner dialogue colors perception. Self-criticism tightens facial muscles, restricts blood flow, and literally dims expression. Self-acceptance relaxes those muscles and invites light to dance again. Confidence is circulation. Emotions even dictate how skincare products perform. Under stress, the skin's pH rises, reducing absorption. Calm skin absorbs active ingredients more effectively. That's why routines done mindfully, slowly, kindly, often seem to work better. The difference is not magic. It's physiology shaped by emotion. It's worth noting that positive emotions do not mean toxic positivity. Pretending to be fine when you're not only adds tension. Real peace comes from feeling what's true, then letting it move through you instead of getting trapped. Tears are skincare too. They flush stress hormones through saltwater. To nurture the skin, mind connection, build rituals that support both. Begin each morning not with scrolling, but with 3 deep breaths. Feel your feet, your heartbeat, the coolness of water on your face. Evening routines can become ceremonies of release, washing away the day's emotional residue. When you treat skincare as dialogue instead of duty, your hands become healers. Breathing through skincare is underrated science. Deep breathing increases carbon dioxide tolerance, improving oxygen delivery to tissue. That means better cell turnover and color. The glow you notice after meditation isn't imagination, it's chemistry. Nutrition is emotional, too. Comfort eating high-sugar foods spikes insulin, which increases oil production. Mindful eating, slowing down, savoring lowers stress hormones and stabilizes blood sugar. Your emotional relationship with food becomes a reflection of your emotional relationship with yourself. Social connection, creativity, and purpose all translate into visible vitality. When you're inspired, dopamine rises, energizing microcirculation. That's why passion projects make people look alive. It's not makeup, it's meaning. Point one practical way to strengthen this link is gratitude. Before applying moisturizer, think of one thing your skin allowed you to experience today: the warmth of sunlight, the brush of fabric, the touch of a loved one. Gratitude shifts the nervous system toward safety, reducing the fight or flight state that drains the complexion. Sometimes, the skin expresses what words cannot. Trauma stored in the body can manifest as chronic rashes or sensitivity. Psychodermatology, an emerging field at the intersection of psychology and dermatology, now treats such conditions holistically. Therapy, mindfulness, and gentle skincare combined often succeed where medication alone fails. The mind must heal for the skin to follow. Learning to love your skin is learning to listen to yourself. Each flush, each blemish, each glow is communication. Instead of saying, "What's wrong with my face?" ask, "What is my body trying to tell me?" This question transforms frustration into curiosity. Curiosity is healing. There is an elegance in emotional honesty. When you allow sadness, your tears clear your eyes and your pores. When you allow laughter, circulation surges. When you allow rest, renewal begins. Article 21. The Ritual of Night. Why evening skincare heals your mind. Night has always been a language of healing. When the world goes quiet, when the noise of the day fades and the sky deepens into indigo, your body begins to remember itself. The pace slows, the heart steadies, and the mind finally has room to breathe. Evening is not just a time on the clock, it's a state of surrender. It's the body's invitation to let go, to rebuild, to forgive. And in that quiet space between exhaustion and sleep, your nightly skincare ritual becomes more than routine. It becomes an act of restoration for both skin and soul. We often underestimate the power of repetition. To cleanse your face every night may seem trivial, but it's a promise, a signal that despite everything that happened today, you are still worthy of care. The way you touch your face, the pace of your breath, the temperature of the water, all of it matters. The skin listens. The mind listens too. There is something ancient about washing your face at night. Water has always been a symbol of renewal. It erases the traces of what the day wrote upon you. Dust, sweat, makeup, pollution, emotion, they all dissolve under the steady rhythm of water and movement. In those few minutes, you perform one of humanity's oldest rituals, cleansing as rebirth. You're saying, without words, "I release what no longer serves me." Science quietly supports this poetry. When the sun sets, the brain releases melatonin, preparing the body for rest. At the same time, skin temperature rises slightly, circulation increases, and cells begin repair work. During the day, your skin defends. At night, it heals. The rituals you do before sleep, cleansing, moisturizing, breathing, are not cosmetic acts. They are biological collaborations with time. The nervous system remembers touch. When your hands move gently across your skin, you stimulate mechanoreceptors that signal safety to the brain. The parasympathetic system responds by lowering heart rate and cortisol. Within moments, your inner chemistry shifts from fight or flight to rest and repair. The simple act of applying cream can calm your entire physiology if done with presence. Presence is the real luxury. Many people rush through their night routines as though it's one more chore between screens and sleep. But the difference between skincare and self-care is attention. When you give full awareness to your evening ritual, it transforms from duty to meditation. You reconnect with yourself not through thought, but through sensation, water flowing, breath steady, the scent of lotion blooming softly in the air. There's something deeply comforting about the dim light of a bathroom at night. The mirror reflects not performance, but reality. No harsh sunlight, no filters, no distractions, just you, raw and human. You see yourself not as an image to perfect, but as a person to nurture. The face staring back might look tired, maybe lined, maybe uneven, but it's also honest. That honesty is where healing begins. Each night, your skin carries the story of your day. It remembers laughter, stress, temperature, touch, even words. Emotions leave traces, invisible yet real. Cleansing becomes a kind of emotional detox, not erasing what happened, but washing away the tension attached to it. When you wipe away makeup, you wipe away roles. When you rinse your face, you rinse off the residue of pretending. What remains is you, soft, unarmored, alive. Many people associate skincare with appearance, but nighttime skincare is about identity. It's the one time of day when you're not performing for anyone. You're not the worker, the parent, the partner, the friend. You are just the person who lives inside your skin. And that person deserves tenderness. Moisturizing at night is more than hydration. It's closure. The way you press cream into your cheeks is like sealing an envelope addressed to your future self. I took care of you tonight. Your morning face will read it as calmness, clarity, and light. Psychologically, rituals help regulate anxiety. The brain craves predictability, and repeated acts signal safety. When you perform the same gentle steps each evening, your body learns that the day is ending and it's safe to rest. Over time, this pattern conditions relaxation faster than medication. Some nights, you will feel too tired. Those are the most important nights to show up anyway. Not because your skin demands perfection, but because your heart needs consistency. Even a single splash of water and one deep breath can remind you that you're still here, still caring. The goal is not to be flawless, but to be faithful. The night is honest. It shows you the things daylight hides: fatigue, dehydration, emotion. But it also offers something daylight cannot: forgiveness. Under soft light, every imperfection softens. The harsh voice of self-critique quiets. Night doesn't judge, it listens. It holds space for your healing without rushing it. Biological terms. Night is when growth hormone peaks. The body repairs microtears, rebuilds collagen, balances oil. The liver detoxifies. The skin barrier renews lipids. These aren't metaphors, they are real acts of recovery happening under your hands as you apply care. When you skip your routine, you interrupt this collaboration. When you keep it, you amplify it. Beyond biology, there's symbolism. The day is about performance, the night about truth. During the day, we wear faces, literal and metaphorical. At night, we take them off. Skincare becomes a ceremony of unmasking. That is why it feels intimate. You meet yourself again, without decoration, without audience. In that encounter, something shifts. The mirror becomes less an object of judgment and more a witness of kindness. Each gesture, cleansing, toning, moisturizing, becomes an offering. It's not vanity, it's reverence. You're honoring the body that carried you through another day. The mind heals when it feels seen. Your body is no different. When you pay attention to your skin with genuine care, you're telling it, I see you. I know you've worked hard today. That acknowledgement has power. It releases tension in muscles you didn't realize were clenched. It slows breathing. It resets chemistry. There's also something spiritual about caring for yourself in the dark. The quiet hum of night has always been sacred. Monks pray, artists create, mothers rock children to sleep. You, too, participate in that lineage of caretaking each time you tend to your skin. You don't need incense or chants. Your hands are enough. People often think of night skincare as indulgence, but indulgence is excess. This is balance. The outer gesture of cleansing mirrors the inner act of letting go. Every night you wash your face, you practice detachment from makeup, from stress, from perfection. You learn that beauty isn't something to chase, but something to uncover beneath the day's residue. Over time, the ritual of night becomes an anchor. No matter how unpredictable life becomes, you have this: water, touch, breath, stillness. It's the small island of peace you can return to every evening. And that consistency.
Guide 1. Complete understanding of acne, pathophysiology, types, and root causes. Acne is one of the most prevalent skin conditions affecting approximately 85% of people aged 12 to 24, with significant numbers also experiencing adult acne. To effectively treat acne, you must first understand its underlying mechanisms and various manifestations. Acne develops through a complex process involving 4 primary factors: increased sebum production, follicular hyperkeratinization, colonization by Cutibacterium acnes bacteria, and inflammation. The sebaceous glands, which produce sebum or skin oil, become hyperactive primarily due to hormonal stimulation. During puberty, androgens like testosterone trigger increased sebum production. This oil production is essential for skin protection, but excess sebum creates an environment conducive to acne development. The sebaceous glands have androgen receptors, meaning individuals with heightened sensitivity to hormones or with hormonal imbalances experience excessive sebum production. Follicular hyperkeratinization refers to the abnormal shedding of skin cells lining the hair follicle. Normally, dead skin cells shed and exit through the hair follicle to the skin surface. In acne-prone individuals, these cells stick together and don't shed properly, creating a plug within the follicle. This plug, combined with sebum, forms an ideal environment for bacterial growth and acne formation. Cutibacterium acnes, previously known as Propionibacterium acnes, is a naturally occurring bacterium on human skin. However, in the oxygen-poor environment created by plugged follicles, this bacterium proliferates rapidly. These bacteria produce enzymes and toxins that trigger the immune system, causing inflammation and the visible acne lesions you see on your skin. Inflammation is the final component and arguably the most visible aspect of acne. When the immune system responds to bacterial presence and follicle rupture, it sends inflammatory cells to the area, causing redness, swelling, heat, and the formation of pustules or nodules. Understanding this process is crucial because different acne treatments target different components of this mechanism. There are numerous acne types, each requiring different treatment approaches. Non-inflammatory acne includes blackheads and whiteheads. Blackheads, or open comedones, form when a follicle is clogged with sebum and dead skin cells, but the pore remains open. The dark appearance results from oxidation of the sebum, not dirt. Whiteheads, or closed comedones, occur when the follicle is completely sealed, trapping sebum and dead cells beneath the skin surface, creating a small white or flesh-colored bump. Inflammatory acne is more noticeable and potentially scarring. Papules are small, firm, red bumps without a visible center, representing the body's inflammatory response. Pustules are similar to papules but contain a visible yellow or white center filled with pus. These are the classic pimples most people recognize. Nodules are larger, deeper, solid lesions that develop when inflammation extends deeper into the skin. They're typically painful and can last for weeks. Cystic acne represents the most severe form, where large, fluid-filled lesions develop deep within the skin. These are extremely painful and highly prone to causing permanent scarring. Several factors contribute to acne development beyond just hormones and bacteria. Genetics play a significant role. If your parents had severe acne, you're more likely to experience it too. Environmental factors matter considerably. Living in humid climates can exacerbate acne due to increased moisture promoting bacterial growth. Pollution and environmental toxins can clog pores and trigger inflammation. Stress hormones like cortisol increase sebum production and inflammation, explaining why acne often worsens during stressful periods. Diet influences acne more than previously thought. High glycemic foods rapidly spike blood sugar, causing insulin surges that trigger sebaceous gland stimulation and androgen production. Dairy products, particularly skim milk, contain hormones and proteins that may trigger acne in susceptible individuals. Omega-3 fatty acid deficiency promotes inflammation, while excessive omega-6 consumption without sufficient omega-3s creates an inflammatory imbalance. Certain medications, including corticosteroids and lithium, are known to trigger or worsen acne as a side effect. Recognizing your specific acne type and identifying contributing factors is the first step toward effective treatment. Some people have purely hormonal acne, while others struggle with bacterial acne, dietary triggers, or environmentally influenced breakouts. Understanding your personal acne profile allows you to select treatments targeting your specific problem rather than wasting time and money on ineffective solutions. Guide 2: Comprehensive Daily Cleansing and Preparation Routine for Acne-Prone Skin. The foundation of any successful acne treatment regimen is an appropriate cleansing routine. Many people underestimate the importance of proper cleansing, believing that any soap will suffice. However, for acne-prone skin, the cleansing process is far more nuanced and critical to success. Your cleansing routine will prepare your skin for treatment products and remove substances that promote acne formation. Begin by understanding that you should cleanse your face twice daily, once in the morning and once at night. Morning cleansing removes the oil, dead skin cells, and bacteria that accumulate overnight while you sleep. Your skin is active at night, producing more sebum and shedding dead cells, so morning cleansing is not optional. Evening cleansing is equally important, removing makeup, environmental pollutants, dirt, excess oil, and dead skin cells accumulated throughout the day. Many people neglect evening cleansing or do it hastily, significantly compromising their acne treatment results. Temperature matters more than most people realize. Always use lukewarm water, never hot water. Hot water strips away your skin's natural oils and disrupts the skin barrier, leading to increased irritation and compensatory sebum overproduction. Excessively hot water also causes blood vessel dilation, temporarily increasing inflammation and making acne appear worse. Conversely, cold water doesn't effectively remove oil and impurities, leaving your skin inadequately cleansed. Selecting an appropriate cleanser is crucial. For acne-prone skin, choose a gentle, pH-balanced cleanser specifically formulated for this skin type. The pH of your skin is approximately 4.5 to 5.5, slightly acidic. Using alkaline soaps disrupts this pH balance, damaging your acid mantle and increasing sensitivity and bacterial overgrowth. Look for cleansers labeled pH balanced or for acne-prone skin. Many quality acne cleansers contain salicylic acid, a beta-hydroxy acid that penetrates into pores to dissolve sebum and dead skin cells. A concentration of 0.5% to 2% is appropriate for daily cleansing. Some people prefer cleansers with benzoyl peroxide, which kills acne-causing bacteria. A 2.5% benzoyl peroxide cleanser is effective without excessive drying when used in a cleansing format rather than as a leave-on treatment. Others prefer gentle, fragrance-free cleansers without active ingredients, particularly if their skin is sensitive or if they're using other strong acne treatments. Experiment to find what works best for your skin, understanding that what works for your friend may not work for you. The cleansing process itself requires attention to technique. Wet your face thoroughly with lukewarm water to open your pores slightly and soften your skin. Apply your cleanser using your fingertips or a soft washcloth. Using your hands is often preferable because you have better control and can feel whether you're applying too much pressure. Gently massage the cleanser into your skin using circular motions for approximately 30 to 45 seconds. This duration gives the cleanser time to dissolve oil and loosen impurities without overstripping your skin. Pay special attention to your T-zone, your forehead, nose, and chin, where sebum production is typically highest. However, don't neglect other areas, particularly your jawline and cheeks where hormonal acne often appears. Be especially gentle around your eyes and lips where skin is thinner and more sensitive. Never use a rough scrub or washcloth, as physical abrasion can irritate acne lesions, spread bacteria, and increase inflammation. After thoroughly massaging, rinse your face completely with lukewarm water. Ensure you remove all cleanser residue, as leftover cleanser can irritate your skin and interfere with the absorption of treatment products. Pat your face gently dry with a clean, soft towel. This is important. Never rub your face dry aggressively. Aggressive rubbing irritates inflamed acne, increases inflammation, and can spread bacteria to other areas of your face. Use a clean towel every time, as bacteria from used towels can contaminate your skin and worsen acne. After cleansing, wait 1 to 2 minutes before applying any treatment products. Applying products to damp skin can dilute them and reduce effectiveness. Additionally, some ingredients like retinoids and benzoyl peroxide can irritate damp skin more readily than dry skin. Use this waiting time to remove contact lenses if you wear them, preventing irritation from treatment products coming into contact with your lenses. Immediately after cleansing and while your skin is still slightly damp, apply a hydrating toner or essence. Toners serve multiple purposes. They rebalance your skin's pH after cleansing, provide hydration, and prepare your skin to absorb subsequent treatment products more effectively. Choose a hydrating toner rather than an astringent one, as astringent toners can overdry acne-prone skin. Your toner should feel refreshing and absorb quickly without leaving sticky residue. Following your toner, apply your acne treatment product. If you're using salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide, apply it to your entire face or just to acne-prone areas depending on your skin's tolerance and your dermatologist's recommendations. If you're using stronger treatments like retinoids, apply them now according to your dermatologist's guidance. Finally, apply an appropriate moisturizer for your skin type. Many people skip this step thinking moisturizer will worsen acne, but this is a critical mistake. Your skin needs hydration regardless of acne status, and properly moisturized skin actually has better outcomes with acne treatment. Consistency is absolutely paramount. Your cleansing routine should become as automatic as brushing your teeth. Skip even one cleansing session, and you compromise your results. Many successful acne treatment success stories emphasize that the foundation was a consistent cleansing routine combined with appropriate treatments. Even the most powerful acne medications won't work if your skin isn't properly cleansed to allow product penetration. Guide 3: Advanced Exfoliation Science and Strategies for Acne-Prone Skin. Exfoliation is a critical component of acne management, yet it's often done incorrectly, causing more harm than benefit. Understanding exfoliation science and implementing proper techniques is essential for clear skin. Exfoliation removes dead skin cells that accumulate on your skin's surface and, more importantly, within your follicles. When dead skin cells accumulate inside follicles, they combine with sebum to create.
Article 9. Adult acne in men and women. Different causes. Different solutions == 1. When acne doesn't end with teen years, acne is often thought of as a teenage problem, but millions of adults still battle breakouts well into their 30s, 40s, and even 50s. Adult acne feels different, slower to heal, more inflamed, and often concentrated along the jawline or cheeks. Understanding why adult acne happens and why it differs between men and women is the key to stopping it for good. Point 2. How adult acne differs from teen acne. Teenage acne usually comes from puberty's hormone surge and fast cell turnover. Adult acne develops from slower renewal, chronic stress, and hormonal fluctuations. In adults, the skin barrier is thinner, so inflammation lasts longer and leaves marks more easily. It's less about dirty skin and more about hormonal and lifestyle imbalance. Point 3. The 4 main drivers of adult acne. Adult acne forms when several factors combine. Overactive sebaceous glands produce too much oil. Dead skin cells clog pores. Bacteria, Cutibacterium acnes, multiply. Inflammation triggers swelling and redness. But the trigger behind those steps differs between men and women. Point 4. Why women experience hormonal fluctuations. Female skin responds to monthly shifts in estrogen and progesterone. Right before menstruation, estrogen drops and testosterone rises, stimulating oil glands. This is why many women get jawline or chin breakouts before their period. Pregnancy, postpartum changes, birth control pills, and menopause can all reshape this pattern. Point 5. Why men break out differently. Men produce steadier and higher levels of testosterone. That means their oil glands are larger and more active year-round. Shaving adds irritation and ingrown hairs, folliculitis. For men, acne usually appears on the forehead, back, and neck, areas with dense oil glands and friction from collars or helmets. Point 6. Stress, the hidden hormone cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes with emotional pressure, lack of sleep, and constant deadlines. It stimulates oil production and inflammation just like testosterone does. Many adults see flare-ups during work stress or family conflict. Managing stress is often the missing step in clear skin plans. Point 7. Diet and modern lifestyle triggers. Fast food, sugar drinks, and coffee may fuel breakouts by raising insulin and IGF-1 levels. These hormones increase sebum and cell growth inside pores. A diet rich in omega-3s, fiber, and low glycemic carbs can reduce this effect. Add greens and water. Cut sugar and dairy. It's simple but powerful. Point 8. Skincare mistakes. Adults often make. Many adults use harsh teen acne products long after puberty. High-strength benzoyl peroxide and alcohol-based cleansers dry the skin and prolong inflammation. Others swing the other way, heavy moisturizers and occlusive makeup that block pores. The goal is balance, gentle cleansing, lightweight hydration, and targeted actives. Point 9. The role of hormones in adult women. Besides the monthly cycle, conditions like PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, can disrupt hormones. Too many androgens cause persistent jawline acne, thinning hair, and irregular periods. A doctor can test hormone levels and recommend treatments like spironolactone or birth control pills to regulate balance. Point 10. The role of hormones in adult men. Men rarely have cyclic fluctuations, but testosterone can still spike with gym supplements or anabolic steroids. That's why bodybuilder acne appears on chest and back. Balancing training with rest, hydration, and anti-inflammatory foods keeps the skin clear without sacrificing fitness. Point 11. Understanding barrier damage and inflammation. Adult skin is often weaker from years of sun exposure, pollution, and strong products. When the barrier is compromised, bacteria penetrate easily and cause deep inflammation. Repairing this barrier with ceramides, niacinamide, and gentle hydration is the foundation of any adult acne routine. Point 12. Building a balanced skincare routine. Morning, gentle cleanser, no sulfates, niacinamide or azelaic acid serum light moisturizer with ceramides mineral sunscreen SPF 30. Evening, oil-based cleanser to remove makeup and sunscreen salicylic acid toner 2 to 3 nights a week. Retinoid or adapalene barrier repair cream. Keep it consistent for at least 8 to 12 weeks to see stable results. Point 13. Targeted ingredients for adult acne. Niacinamide balances oil and reduces redness. Azelaic acid fades dark marks and kills bacteria. Salicylic acid cleans pores and exfoliates gently. Adapalene or tretinoin prevent clogs and stimulate collagen. Centella asiatica soothes sensitive skin. Point 14. Men's shaving and skincare tips. Men should shave after a warm shower when pores are soft. Use a sharp razor and shave in the direction of hair growth. Afterward, apply alcohol-free aftershave with aloe vera or witch hazel to calm skin. Replace blades regularly to prevent bacterial growth. 15. The impact of makeup on adult acne. Many women use makeup daily for confidence, but some formulas clog pores. Switch to non-comedogenic foundations and wash brushes weekly. Always double cleanse to remove every trace of product before bed. 16. The influence of sleep and circadian rhythm. Your skin follows a 24-hour rhythm. At night, it repairs and produces collagen. Sleeping less than 6 hours raises cortisol and reduces growth hormone, slowing healing. Aim for consistent sleep hours and avoid screens 1 hour before bed. 17. Stress management techniques. Acne thrives on stress. Daily micro-practices help. 5-minute breathing breaks, short walks outside, or 10 minutes of stretching after work. These simple acts lower cortisol and improve circulation to the skin. 18. Professional treatments for stubborn adult acne. When topical care is not enough, dermatologists offer chemical peels with salicylic or glycolic acid to resurface pores, LED light therapy, blue kills bacteria, red calms inflammation. Microneedling to smooth post-acne texture, hormonal therapy for women with androgen imbalance. Always discuss goals and tolerance before starting any professional procedure. 19. Treating post-acne marks and scars. After breakouts heal, dark spots often linger. Use vitamin C, niacinamide, and SPF to fade them gradually. For indented scars, options include microneedling or laser therapy once acne is fully under control. 20. The emotional aspect of adult acne. Adult acne can feel deeply frustrating. You're expected to have it together, yet your skin tells a different story. Remember that it does not define you. Acne is a temporary expression of an internal imbalance. Patience and self-kindness heal faster than criticism. 21. Preventing relapse. Once your skin clears, keep it that way by maintaining healthy habits. Stay hydrated. Stick to a gentle routine. Clean your phone and pillowcases regularly. Manage stress and hormones. Consistency is your long-term medicine. 22. Long-term perspective. Clear skin as a lifestyle. Adult acne is not a punishment, but a signal. When you listen to your body and respect your skin's needs, clarity returns naturally. The goal isn't flawless skin overnight. It's balance, confidence, and self-awareness over time. Healing adult acne means healing your whole routine, from what you eat to how you breathe to how you sleep. Give your skin time, and it will thank you with lasting peace. Article 10. How to build a minimalist yet effective skincare routine. 1. The power of less. In a world overflowing with serums, toners, and trendy actives, it's easy to think that more products mean better skin. But the truth is the opposite. Your skin doesn't need everything, it needs balance. Minimalist skincare is not about neglect, it's about precision. It focuses on quality, consistency, and understanding your skin's needs. When you simplify, you give your skin room to breathe and heal naturally. 2. Why overcomplicated routines fail. Many people layer 8 to 10 products, hoping to accelerate results. Instead, they overload the skin, causing irritation, sensitivity, and barrier damage. When too many active ingredients compete, your skin becomes confused, inflamed, red, or flaky. A minimalist routine brings back order, ensuring every step has purpose. 3. Understanding what your skin actually needs. All skin types share 3 fundamental needs: cleansing, moisturizing, and protecting. Everything else, exfoliation, actives, treatments, are add-ons. Start with these 3 pillars before expanding. Once your foundation is solid, improvements come naturally. 4. Step 1. Know your skin type. Minimalism doesn't mean doing the same thing as everyone else. It means knowing what works for you. Oily skin needs balance, not stripping. Dry skin needs hydration and lipid support. Combination skin needs gentle dual care, oil control in the T-zone, nourishment on the cheeks. Sensitive skin needs calm and consistency. Above all, observing your skin for 1 week, how it reacts to climate, stress, and products, gives you the clearest direction. 5. Step 2. Simplify your routine. The minimalist routine has 3 steps in the morning and 3 steps at night. Morning. cleanse, moisturize, protect, evening, cleanse, treat, repair. That's it. Simplicity keeps the barrier strong and minimizes the risk of reaction. Point 6. Cleansing, where everything begins. A good cleanser removes oil, pollution, and makeup without stripping natural moisture. Choose a gentle, pH-balanced formula, around 5.5. Avoid foaming cleansers with harsh sulfates or menthol. Massage gently for 60 seconds and rinse with lukewarm water. Cleansing should leave your skin soft, not tight. If you wear sunscreen or makeup, try double cleansing at night. An oil cleanser first, then a gentle water-based cleanser. This ensures deep cleaning without harsh friction. Point 7. Moisturizing, the universal step. Every skin type needs moisture, even oily skin. A proper moisturizer restores your skin barrier and prevents water loss. Look for key ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, ceramides, and squalane. If you're dry, go for cream textures. If you're oily, choose light gel moisturizers. Apply on damp skin to seal hydration better. Point 8. Sunscreen. The non-negotiable Shield sunscreen is your most powerful anti-aging and anti-acne product. UV radiation breaks collagen, worsens pigmentation, and delays healing. Use a broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher, preferably mineral-based if you have sensitive skin. Apply every morning, even on cloudy days or indoors near windows. Point 9. Treat step. The optional middle ground. Once your basic 3 steps are consistent for at least 2 to 3 weeks, you can add a treatment step between cleansing and moisturizing. For oily or acne-prone skin, try salicylic acid or niacinamide. For dryness or dullness, add hyaluronic acid or lactic acid. Article 6. Sensitive skincare. Calm, repair, and strengthen your barrier. Point 1. Understanding sensitive skin. Sensitive skin isn't a disease. It's a condition where the skin's protective barrier becomes weak, letting irritants and allergens penetrate more easily. People with sensitive skin often experience redness, burning, stinging, or dryness after applying products that others can use comfortably. In reality, nearly 60% of adults report some level of skin sensitivity. The key to managing it is not avoiding everything, but rebuilding and protecting your barrier, the invisible armor that keeps your skin balanced and strong. Point 2. The science behind the skin barrier. Your skin barrier, also known as the stratum corneum, is made up of tightly packed skin cells held together by lipids like ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. When this barrier is intact, it retains moisture and blocks harmful substances. When it's damaged due to over-cleansing, harsh exfoliation, or environmental stress, skin becomes dry, inflamed, and reactive. Imagine your barrier as a brick wall. Remove too much mortar, lipids, and the wall starts to crumble. Point 3. Common causes of sensitive skin. Several factors can weaken your barrier. Overuse of exfoliants and acids, harsh cleansers with sulfates or alcohol, fragrance and essential oils in skincare, weather changes, cold, dry, or windy climates, hormonal fluctuations and stress, genetic conditions like eczema or rosacea. The more triggers you identify, the easier it becomes to protect your skin proactively. Point 4. The difference between sensitive and sensitized skin. Sensitive skin is genetic. It's just how your skin behaves naturally. Sensitized skin, however, is created. It becomes sensitive due to damage from overuse of products or environmental stress. Most people today actually have sensitized skin from doing too much, not too little. The good news: sensitized skin can fully recover with the right care. Point 5. Step 1. Simplify your routine. When your skin is reactive, minimalism is your best friend. Cut your routine down to 3 essentials: gentle cleanser, hydrating moisturizer, sunscreen, SPF 30 or higher. Everything else can wait until your barrier heals. Your goal is stability, not stimulation. Point 6. Choosing the right cleanser. Cleansing should never feel tight or squeaky. Look for pH balanced 4.5 to 6, sulfate-free, fragrance-free cleansers. Good ingredients: ceramides, oat extract, panthenol, green tea, glycerin. Avoid foaming cleansers with sodium lauryl sulfate or menthol. Wash only twice a day, morning and night, with lukewarm water. 7. Moisturizing. The cornerstone of Repair Your Moisturizer is your barrier's best ally. Look for formulas containing ceramides, restore lipid balance, cholesterol and fatty acids, rebuild structure, panthenol, vitamin B5 soothes inflammation. Squalane mimics natural skin oil. Centella asiatica calms irritation. Use twice daily. When your skin feels tight, add a layer anytime. Hydration repairs faster than any treatment. 8. Avoiding fragrance and essential oils. Fragrance, whether synthetic or natural, is one of the top causes of irritation. Even essential oils like lavender or citrus can cause redness over time. Look for labels that say fragrance-free, not unscented, which can still include masking scents. 9. Sunscreen. The ultimate protector. Sensitive skin reacts strongly to UV damage. Choose mineral-based sunscreens with zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. Avoid chemical sunscreens with avobenzone or oxybenzone. They can sting or burn. Wear SPF daily, even indoors, since blue light and heat can also trigger irritation. 10. Rebuilding the barrier with key ingredients. These ingredients actively strengthen your skin. Niacinamide, 2 to 5%, improves barrier function and reduces redness. Madecassoside, derived from centella, speeds up healing. Beta-glucan, deeply hydrates and calms. Allantoin, reduces itching and irritation. Prebiotics, support the skin's microbiome for resilience. A well-formulated moisturizer with these can visibly reduce sensitivity in just a few weeks. 11. The danger of overexfoliation. Exfoliation has become trendy, but for sensitive skin, it's often the root cause of damage. If your skin stings, burns, or flakes after exfoliating, stop immediately. When healing, avoid AHAs/BHAs completely for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Once your barrier is strong again, you can reintroduce mild PHAs or enzyme-based exfoliants once weekly. 12. The importance of humidity and environment. Your skin barrier loves humidity. Low humidity environments, air conditioning, winter air, dry out skin fast. Use a humidifier at home and avoid long hot showers. After cleansing, pat skin slightly damp, then seal moisture in with moisturizer immediately. 13. Understanding the skin microbiome. Just like your gut, your skin hosts beneficial bacteria that protect against pathogens. When you over-cleanse or use too many antiseptics, you disrupt this balance. Products containing prebiotics, like inulin or fermented extracts, help nourish your microbiome and rebuild natural defense. 14. How stress and sleep affect sensitivity. Stress raises cortisol, which weakens barrier function and increases inflammation. Lack of sleep slows down skin repair. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep and daily stress relief. Meditation, reading, or even short walks can restore balance faster than you think. 15. The power of minimal ingredients. Fewer ingredients equals fewer chances for irritation. When shopping, prefer formulas with under 15 ingredients and no unnecessary fillers. Avoid strong acids, alcohol, essential oils, and retinoids until your skin is calm for at least 4 to 6 weeks. 16. Patch testing new products. Always test a new product on a small area, behind the ear or jawline, for 2 to 3 days before applying to your entire face. This habit saves your skin from unnecessary flare-ups. 17. Makeup and sensitive skin makeup doesn't have to be off limits. Use non-comedogenic, fragrance-free foundations with mineral pigments like zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. They even add sun protection. Always remove makeup gently with micellar water or a mild cleansing oil. 18. The Barrier Reset Routine 14-Day Recovery Plan. Morning. Gentle Cleanser Ceramide Moisturizer Mineral SPF 30. Evening. Gentle Cleanser Centella-based Calming Serum Ceramide Moisturizer. Follow this for 14 days straight. No acids, no actives, no scrubs. You'll notice smoother texture, less redness, and stronger skin by day 10 to 14.19. Lifestyle tips for sensitive skin. Drink enough water. Dehydration worsens irritation. Avoid spicy foods and alcohol, which dilate capillaries. Manage stress with breathing or yoga. Replace rough pillowcases with silk or satin. Keep skincare products in a cool, dry place. 20. When to see a dermatologist if you experience persistent burning, eczema, or rosacea-like symptoms. Despite gentle care, consult a dermatologist. They can prescribe barrier repair creams, mild topical steroids, short-term, or anti-inflammatory medications to reset your skin faster. 21. Building long-term resilience. Once your barrier recovers, maintain it. Continue gentle cleansing. Use ceramide-rich moisturizers year-round.